we're back with the down roll. New edition. We're wearing the same clothes, but this is because we don't have any other clothes. This is a different day, a different session. You don't know any different. We could be wearing the same thing. But anyway, today we're going to this time on the down roll, we're going to talk about the Ghosts of Saltmarsh and the original Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh. Now I've played a little bit of. I think I've played about the same amount of each one. Right, we're about in the same
point.
spot.
Yes, you're exactly. You're right at the same point in both.
But you've played how many times have you played this game?
I've played it probably twice, and I've run it. Here's the thing: it's like I've only run it to completion once, but I think I've probably started playing it.
And this was the original you're talking about.
The original, the Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh. And so, yeah. So I've always had it. It's been in my collection for a long time. And for whatever reason, I've always just liked it. I think, I don't know, because you know what? It was written by British people. So there you go.
There you go.
That's part of my...
Go back to our first episode and you'll find out why Will loves the British. Well, you don't really find out why. We just know that he loves anything with a British accent.
Yeah, especially girls.
I mean... It's hard not to like a girl with a British accent. And I think if you're a woman or, if you're a gay man, a man with a British accent, I think would be just as sexy.
Yeah.
I kind of find it sexy, and I'm a straight guy. And I think, you know what? This guy's pretty hot. So what do you think now? Because from my experience, and limited experience playing the Sinister Secret, which you killed me once, and the Ghost of Saltmarsh also killed me.
Yes, I did. I killed you in both versions so far.
Yeah. It's very similar. It seems very similar. Now, with this new edition, did they just copy and paste, or are there differences that you've seen?
No, there are definitely differences between the two. And one of the reasons probably why you're noticing or not noticing any kind of like real change is because of the simple fact that it has a lot of my mixing and seasoning into the game itself. So I will say this much. I think Wizards of the Coast has done, for the most part, an extremely good job of bringing it forward and modernizing it. It is different in the fact that the packaging is completely different, and they're bringing you a hell of a lot more with the 5th edition.
It would really be kind of shortchanging you if they just send you the same thing instead of brand new.
There is quite a bit of the copy and paste, like you were saying, especially like in descriptions and things along these lines, box text and that sort of stuff. But one thing I did notice, and I'm starting to look into other games and remaxes because I have the Yawning Portal as well, because old D&D is a hell of a lot more lethal than 5th edition.
It seemed like both are pretty lethal from what I can see.
Well, yeah, but when the DM's gunning for you, it's always going to be lethal.
That's fair.
But I did notice two things. One is that they have definitely gone through and taken out encounters that are more deadly. For example, in Saltmarsh, the original Saltmarsh, and you can attest to this, in the attic, there are sturges.
Yeah, that's what killed me the first time.
That's what killed you the first time. In the 5th edition version of it, there are none. And they've taken that out. The other thing that I've noticed is they've taken out some of, this is extremely prevalent in earlier things, where there was a lot of treasure in just random secret hidey holes sprinkled throughout the haunted house in the first Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh.
So you took that out to prevent us from getting treasure, is what you're saying in 5th.
Yes, exactly. That's what I did. I called up WotC. No, but WotC themselves did that. They have gone through and they pulled some of those things out. And they've also pulled out some of there was a lot more proliferant magic that was in there that is not in there. Like one of the corpse with the rot grubs. In the 1st edition, Sinister Secret, the longsword that's there is magical, and I'm pretty sure that the shield is too. I'm not 100%, but the plate mail is in complete pristine condition. In the 5e version, the sword is not magical, and the plate mail.
You told me it was magical.
That's me making it.
Oh, okay.
That's me. That's me going back. Yes,
that was my the retribution for being killed is that my new
Yeah.
character got that sword.
Yeah. So in all, they do a good version of copying it over in the feel, but they definitely do alter it.
But it seems like there's it's like the differences are fairly minor though.
They are minor, and the only way
And
that,
without
like,
giving anything away though, did you read through the other adventures? Are they similar? Is like the plot line
Yes.
similar to
yeah, they are similar, but there are definitely differences.
So now, having played both of it and reading through, or having played at least some of both, and reading through both of them, is this something that you would recommend to people that have already played or already have the original Ghostmarsh series?
Yeah, I would, because one, in the new series that they put out, there's an awful lot of new material that they've added in with the dungeon adventures that they put in there. You get all three of the original U series, which starts off with the Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh, but also what you get in there, which is something that was left completely up to the dungeon masters in the original book, which was Saltmarsh itself. Saltmarsh was left completely up to the dungeon master to breathe life into, and to some people they would prefer that, but you could always do what I did with this one here. Is I had the original version when we were first running it, and I completely made up Saltmarsh. Well, the new one comes out, and there's a bunch more stuff there. There's maps and all kinds of NPCs that you have and so forth, and it has all this information, and it kind of breathes a little bit of life into that area of Greyhawk, and it is Greyhawk faithful to it, and the NPCs, the things that are going on, the factions, all of that are very faithful to the Greyhawk. And so it's definitely something worth having, especially getting them all together, all in one, and all of them are definitely worth adding to a collection, especially if you're a Greyhawk guy.
And you've been waiting for 5th edition to give you something, right?
Something with Greyhawk. I mean, they did one thing previous to this, and we'll probably talk about that at another time, but this is literally the first like real official Greyhawk thing that they've done. So that alone makes me extremely happy. So,
and we'll talk another time maybe about the different D&D worlds.
Yes, I think that's a really good idea to do. Very much so.
There's a little, what we call a tease in the biz.
There it is.
Anyway, guys, thank you for checking out another edition of the Down Roll. Where we're going to give you little bite-size D&D, sometimes lore, sometimes ideas, sometimes criticisms, and sometimes just stories, man. Because we don't know what we're doing. We're just shooting the shit. And
we're doing the down roll, baby.
We're down rolling it. That's right.
That's it exactly.
All right, guys. For Will.DM, I am Adam, and we will see you next time on the Down Roll. And also in Ghosts of Saltmarsh and Tales of the Savage Land, because
that other stuff.
We have other stuff. We do.
There you go.
Watch it. Bye.
Please. Bye.
No, please. Just fucking watch it.
Yeah, that always works too.
Just bully them into it.
Mm-hmm.